Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thank you so much for joining me here. I hope you're having a great day. Let's take another look at dog WIF hat, see what's going on. Starting off with the positive, I'm not trying to sugarcoat anything at all because the market's total crap right now, but we do have a triple bottom. Generally, these do hold and continue higher. Not necessarily the dip you want to buy though, because Bitcoin is looking very shaky. There's war efforts. This coin has a tendency of dumping and or pumping. So just be very, very careful when you're taking a trade with this coin. I don't necessarily recommend it right now, but from a spot perspective, not the worst idea, if that makes sense. So just be careful trading with leverage. That's a simple way to understand it. I don't recommend leverage, honestly, until the until things kind of just start to stabilize. You need to wait no less than 2 to 3 days until after a fundamental catalyst, specifically the Israeli-Iran war going on right now. That really shook things up. So anyways, 77, anything under 80 cents right now is liquidation territory, right? We got that on both charts here. We could even see as low as 65 to 80 as the next potential retracement. That really just requires Bitcoin to have a bad day, but on the same accord, I wouldn't put it past it, right? I'm expecting Bitcoin to give us a slight relief rally here this weekend, and then I'm considering a short possibly in the 106 to 107K range. Just those are my ideas. You don't have to do that. Just saying that's the general consensus right now. All that being said, I'm expecting Bitcoin to pull back at some point this weekend, okay? Maybe another leg down or a slow bleed. If that happens, we got liquidation short delta here, basically reinforcing that it's not a good idea to take a long. When we look at open interest here, this is the last 7 days of open interest. There's just a tremendous amount of it above the price. So we got resistance at 90 and 105 are the two heaviest concentration. So just know those are significant resistance ranges for us. Now jumping over the daily time frame, it's important to recognize this too. We're below all moving averages. Most coins lost their moving averages recently because of this, because of that fundamental catalyst. So good news is we may be bottoming out. We're starting to see a lot of volume flowing in here at this 84 to 90 cent range, but that's not a reason to buy. When we look at everything else, we're mostly bearish on pretty much every single time frame, including the daily time frame, right? Now, these aren't things you want to try to take a trade into regardless. I don't even think you should short right now, personally, because once again, we have a lot of support. The best trade is no trade, but if we do take a look at the 4-hour time frame, everything's confirming further downside. However, we're seeing this initial recovery, and this happens a lot with relief rallies. Pay attention to this too on the 4-hour time frame. If you ever see the bottoming out here of 30 on the RSI and 20 on the MFI, it's a really good indication to consider taking a long. And I'm only saying that in the sense of a long that you're going to be watching close and not just setting and forgetting. You got to adjust your stop loss higher to ensure you secure profits, or just average out your position one way or the other. No matter how you look at it, it's still ultra risky to consider a long right now. I don't recommend it, but I do like to take trades in that scenario. Oftentimes the upside when there aren't wars going on in the world right now. We got these stupid fundamental catalysts just invalidating all sorts of TA. Right? So that's just kind of some food for thought there. Either way, we got some bullish patterns, but that doesn't mean anything at all considering the market. Remember, big picture, the market sucks right now. Taking a long is just not a good idea. We're also going to probably see some people FOMOing in this weekend, and that's even more of a reason to consider shorting. Not necessarily with this coin, but just in general, I would be very careful taking longs here in the next 24 to 48 hours. Okay? Cool. Hope that makes sense. Thanks again so much for watching. Make sure you join us over at Bitunix too, folks. This exchange is phenomenal. We got 5 days left of this campaign. Make sure you take advantage of that. You'll be eligible for every future bonus if you use my link to register. Last two is our Twitter, Telegram, and Discord. I have a lot of content over here. A lot that's available. People may not know that that's there. So just make sure you check it out. I got some good stuff going there. So I appreciate you either way. Thanks again. We'll look forward to seeing the next one. Take care.